Have you got any grease?
Yes, we do.
Hey everyone. Kind of a short video this week. Got a lot going on. Obviously, we got Black Hat on the horizon, B-sides, DEF CON. We have a wedding on the horizon. That comes right after all that. Tara and I usually try to take some downtime after DEF CON because, like, summer camp for hackers takes a lot out of us. But nope, we've just got stuff stacked back to back. And I'm adding things on the before side. So we've got the new building coming together. Lots of you have asked, "Oh my God, is RTA going to have another party? You got this new building in Vegas. Can we come see it?" It's not ready yet. We really wanted to do another shindig like we did last time. It was such a blast when everyone came out. Our old facility. A lot of you came to see that. This one, we have the building, right? It's just certificates of occupancy and things. It's just final paperwork, an electrician check, kind of. I can show you some photos of how it's been looking. You get the full reveal once we get fully moved in. But exciting things coming up. Speaking of which, so many of you, holy shit, the last video I did, I mentioned, I was like, we're doing a Black Hat class. We got DEF CON trainings. Damn, y'all are jumping on it. So like we're seeing those numbers go up to the point that Black Hat was like, man, what are you guys capping this class at? You're like maxing out here. What are we doing? So awesome. We do just have other classes, right? Like RTA, we have classes on the calendar for the fall in October. You want to see the new building then? You can see it then. Or if you're in Australia, we got the Australia classes that are coming up also in the fall. But that's not what this video is about. No, this video is about other professional work that I do and a little gift to the community, as a matter of speaking. So we don't talk about it much on the channel, but I am a professional safe technician, literally a SAVTA certified CPS, a professional safe technician, right? Along with my GSA work, it's just regular safe and vault work that I do on occasion. Recently, I was on a job and it was servicing an old vault door in a data center. It was a really cool kind of data center that's built in an old institution that has a vault. Love that shit. That's pretty badass. And it was a pretty routine job. Like the safe lock that was on there was just a simple mechanism. It was a mechanical mechanism and it needed some love. It needed, these are mechanisms that need love and attention, right? And it was very rewarding for me to be like, oh yeah, I had a bunch of replacement options and parts. I was like, no, actually, we don't have to change this out right now. You could in the future if you want, electromechanical or something fancy, but no, we can just get this humming again. And I adjusted a few things, tweaked a few things, rebuilt a few things. And part of that was lubrication. I lubricated parts of the lock, parts of the bolt work. I mean, again, this multi-point bolt all over the big vault door. And just over time, Pacific Northwest, man, like up here in this part of the country, you get corrosion. You just kind of get things that need to be greased. As part of your training as a safe technician, those of you out there who have SAVTA training under your belt, you know this. There's a specific grease that is recommended in the industry. It was not made for safe technicians. This might blow some people's minds, but it has been discovered to the point that now it is in the official manufacturer's guidance by Sargent and Greenleaf and other major brands. They say, if you're going to use grease, like there's a variety, like Molly Coat and other things, but like mostly, say it with me if you're a SAVTA person, Aeroshell, Aeroshell 22, right? This is an aviation grease, right? It's used for airframes and other parts that are subject to A, extremes of temperature, and B, that have just a lot of duty cycles. They have to not fail, like lives are at stake on airplanes, right? So Aeroshell grease, which is still to this day made by Shell Corporation, most of the time you're getting these big freaking tubes of it, right? These big canisters that go in a proper grease gun because you're using gobs of it all over airframe parts. In the safe technician world, it's funny. You'll occasionally see, if I have a photo, I'll drop it in here. You'll see it like a swap meet for safe technician, old heads. Somebody will have like little makeup canisters or something, little like tiny artist paint canisters of Aeroshell because you don't need a lot of it, right? Like that's enough Aeroshell to do a job for a year. I needed a little bit more on this job when I was doing the large bolt work on the vault door, but you don't need a giant freaking tube of it. They sell it in like buckets. They sell it in like giant cans, which no one needs if you're not an airframe technician. And again, even the standard little tube of it is more than one lock shop needs forever. So occasionally some safe technician somewhere like makes a bunch of little canisters and sells them at some swap meet for, $5, $10, something like that. I decided to do that because again, I didn't have any and I've needed some for a while in my kit. I was very glad I had it in my kit. So yeah, I mean, again, Tara's a pilot. We know pilots. I ordered some Aeroshell. And I was like, all right, we have these little canisters that, as you know, on the website, I don't mention, we have various kits and like our UV dusting kit and stuff that have little black canisters. So we've got a bunch of these little jars. I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to I was like, do I order a grease gun? Like what? I was like, okay. I love the internet. This conversation I had with some people, I was asking pilots in Tara's like community. I'm like, hey, do you guys know any airplane mechanics who like I can borrow a grease gun? And so like maybe Harbor Freight has a cheap grease gun. And other people were like, dude, you're overthinking this. Just get it all into a big Ziploc bag and like pipe it like you're doing icing, like I'm doing patisserie in my kitchen, right? Like I was like, oh, that's way simpler. Yeah, I'll just do that. And I gobbed it all out with a giant spatula. One person, it was cute. One person was like, what you want to do is heat it up. So like if you got a boiling pot of water, heat up the bag, it'll get easier and runnier it'll like easier to move. Um, that was a lie. I mean, they didn't know that was a lie, but like think about it. Again, it's airframe grease. It's meant to, the whole reason we use it, it's meant to deal with extremes of temperature. This did not change its physical properties at all in the hot. In fact, I even put a little blob of it on like the stove, just in a canister right on the stove. And it didn't change. It was incredible. It did not get more viscous or runny. So like, good job, oil company engineers. But ultimately, as you can see, I just laid a whole bunch of canisters out and glooped it in there. And now we have a bunch of these little 10-gram canisters, which is more than one safe technician probably needs for years. So I put a couple in my kits and the rest I'm throwing them on, Blue Group Gizmos or whatever. Like if you're a safe technician, in fact, I'll do you a good one here. If you are a SAVTA certified safe technician, right? Like you have a SAVTA number. I don't care if you're a certified professional technician or a master technician. If you have any SAVTA number and you're buying anything from us, in the order notes, just say, hey, Deviant said I could get a free tin of Aeroshell. I'll throw it in there. Why not? Like it might be an item that we make more of. It probably won't. It's a real niche item, but I wanted to. This is my gift to the community. Every so often, somebody at one of the conferences will have, smeared some of these inside little canisters. I figured it was my turn to give back. So I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy this. Yeah, man. If you do any kind of, I wouldn't put it on your guns and stuff. It's too heavy a grease for that. But if you do various industrial applications, do you ever run into Aeroshell or other specialized grease and lubricants? It is really cool, the engineering that goes into some of these products. I'm glad to have mine in my kit now. I'm glad to be seeing loads of you in Vegas, or even pre-Vegas. Speaking of firearms, I've got Brutality, got High Desert Brutality, gonna be out in Idaho. A lot of you know that. It's really neat. A number of people have been hitting me up like, "Oh, dude, I saw you on the registration, and I saw you in practice score. Are you gonna be out there?" Yeah, I'm gonna be out there. A lot of the Sylvia Rivera Gun Club squad, as we are, a lot of us will be out there. So come say hi if you're at the match. Come say hi to me in Vegas. Come say hi to me in airports or wherever you spot me. Come say hi in the comments, I guess, of a podcast. I was just on a really cool cat. He had me on a podcast. It's called Firewalls Don't Stop Dragons. I believe that is releasing today when you see this video. It should be Monday, right? So yeah, down in the doobly-doo, I will put a link to that, and I'll put it on socials and stuff. But check it out. I don't even remember all the stuff I said in that conversation we recorded a few weeks back, my month or two back. But it was a fun time. If you want me on your podcast or anything, my schedule's a fucking mess, but you can sometimes grab me just like this. This was a fun one. It's always fun to hear your feedback. It's always fun to see you. Hope I catch you out there, whether it's at the con, at the steak dinner, or on the firing line, you name it. But just stay safe out there, okay?